God, you look stupid.
I didn't even think about me.
Well,
which is probably the only 98 minutes in the past 15 years.
I think I would be a dragon that would be chasing after Nick's dragon because he wanted some Mars bars.
what was it like, the two of you getting to spend time together doing this?
I'm going to jump in. I'm going to say that, yeah.
Can I just say...
No. We're there to work, you know what I mean? Yes, it's a laugh, and yes, it's amazing because I'm speaking for you here, but we kind of love the job we do.
Yeah.
So that's the fun. But in terms of getting work done, that's also the fun when you sit and you get a chance to be with Dean and Gerard, and we're like, what are we going to do? How we do this? And also the time, you know, a film of this scale gives you the time to just... Wow, it really opens up as I was talking.
Wall caving in,
it gives you the time to work out what you're going to do, and it's lovely. It's a lovely way to work.
I think he said it for me. I'm glad you jumped in. You always have a laugh on set, and there's times when you kind of look around where you are at and look at what you're wearing, and you go, God, you look stupid. You know, and it's always a fine line from between doing something really cool and it just being so ridiculous. But you take the job seriously. You got to put a lot of work into it. So at the end of the day, you could have a laugh and then not do a great job on set. And ultimately, it's about pulling off a good performance and a good movie. But yeah, there's laughs to be had.
Yeah, I know we spoke earlier about it just being a sigh of relief that you have done such a great job on this live action. Like it is...
Well, that I've done a great job on this live action.
That's why
Sorry.
I knew he'd say that. I was there. And I'm very much a supporting actor in the role.
You worked hard. Come on, you had a lot to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I never get to a point where I'm like, we did great. You know, it's always like that. What could I have done that's better? Or, you know, I don't think you ever get... I mean, coming out to these kind of things, or the big print, and you think, people really like it. You know, that's enough, really, I think.
You know, something I'd say is sometimes you think you've done a good job in a movie, but maybe the movie doesn't live up to it, you know, or you know, like, we're both perfectionists, I think. But when you're in a movie like this, and you go, I'm pretty happy with what I did, but when the movie more than lives up to what you did, and then you kind of watch and go, and Christ for the movie, you know? That's cool.
I went to see it, and I didn't really look at myself, which I usually would, and I'd be critical, but I watched the whole thing, I was like, that was great, and I didn't even think about me.
Well,
which is probably the only 98 minutes in the past 15 years.
I did think about you earlier, because earlier I asked you what kind of dragon you would be, and you mentioned that you would have Mars bars in your talons.
Yeah, I would.
So I made sure, I did say to you the next time I interviewed you, I would bring Mars bars. You were meant to bring me an omelette.
So much. Can we bring the omelette in? It's a dragon egg omelette.
That would be okay.
I've clearly been given very boring answers.
Never
have thought in a million years of
So
Mars bars.
I didn't get to ask you if there was a Gerard Butler dragon, what would he be like?
Well, he wouldn't have bloody Mars bars in his pockets, that's for sure. I don't know. I don't know what kind of answer to give after that, because clearly he's given a super brilliant answer about Mars bars.
We were just riffing earlier. It was lol.
I think I would be a dragon that would be chasing after Nick's dragon because he wanted some Mars bars.
I love the fact you're eating it.
I'm off sugar.
I love it.
But I feel like I didn't even eat that.
I'm glad you haven't got the facial hair that you had to deal with in the film, because
I'm still making up for it.
That was a lie.
The fact that I couldn't really eat much during that movie.
Oh, were you struggling as
well?
well?
A year later, and I'm still making up for it. They're really good.
Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen Trading Places?
Yes.
There's that scene in the bus when Dan Aykroyd's pulling that smoked salmon through that beard.
I don't remember that bit.
That was what it felt like to have that beard and the moustache on. You were at lunch. You were constantly pulling kind of polyurethane strands through your teeth.
You guys did a great job of hiding all of this.
Thank you.
You know what? I ended up getting all my food emulsified.
Oh.
And then used a straw.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
No, I really did. Because you couldn't get anything through the beard. It was like trying to...
What tasted the nicest out of all of the emulsified food that you had?
Mars bar. Emulsified Mars bar. Can you imagine eating a Mars bar?
You feel sick.
You guys did a great job.
Thank you.
I'm glad that I could bring you some food because I think you're
I'm going to wait.
struggling.
I have a thing with Mars bars where I need to have it with a cup of tea later. So before I go to bed, I'll have a cup of tea and a Mars bar.
I've done a whole advert for a Mars bar here, haven't I? It's okay. It was lovely to see you both.
Thank you.
Great job on the film. I can't wait for the second one.